Welcome to the After Spin. What didn't you get to say on last week's show, John Hood?
Well, we were sort of joking about Pat McCrory and some people suggesting that he might be a one-term governor, and I was kidding about, is that because he's going to run for president? But actually, he was been asked twice now in the last week or so by media figures, are you going to run for president? And, in North Carolina, that seems like a strange question. But let me tell you why it's not quite as strange. Other states, national media figures looking at North Carolina see that we have a fairly rapidly growing economy, the only state in the Southeast that's grown significantly faster than the national average. And so they naturally look and ask, well, if governors are presiding over fast-growing economies, maybe they should be presidential candidates. I think that's actually the reason it happened. That doesn't mean he should run for president, but it's not quite as silly as it first sounds.
Certainly flattering. Howard Lee, what do you wish you'd said that you didn't get a chance to say?
Well, I've been mesmerized by the legislative action around Common Core. I spent many years working to try and help raise North Carolina standards, and it's paying off in that our students now in the 4th and 8th grade are scoring in higher percentage on reading and math. And I was really dismayed when I thought they were going to throw out the baby with the bath. But I am a little relieved because now I'm convinced that at least we're moving in a positive direction with the latest legislation under consideration. And I'm obviously anxiously waiting to see who will make up this new commission. And if we have the right people, I think we can come out of this smelling like a rose.
Gene Arnold, what do you wish you'd said you didn't get a chance to say?
Well, people always talk about the amount of money that goes to the education budget, but we have had people like Mark Edwards, Ann Denlinger, Dudley Flood, Jim Cosby, who have taken whatever money was available and have brought kids up from a low standard to a very high standard with a high graduation rate from high school, a low dropout rate. So I think with the right people and less interference from those who are not even in the education industry, that you could do a lot more with even what you have today. But we have too many experts who don't really know what they're talking about.
Too many cooks in the kitchen.
Absolutely.
Chris, what do you wish you'd said?
Well, also on education, and John referenced it a little bit, one of the things that teacher assistants do other than help kids read and do other things in early grades, in rural areas, all of them have to have a commercial driver's license because they drive the buses. And there are rural school superintendents around the state that are very concerned about losing a huge chunk of teacher assistants, whatever grade they're in, because there's no way they'll be able to have enough bus drivers when school starts in a month. One superintendent actually said we're going to have to get cafeteria workers and administrators to get commercial driver's licenses if they cut our TAs because there's simply no way we can get kids to school.
Wow. Thank you for watching the After Spin. There'll be more all during the week, so be sure to check in to ncspin.com.